Hi, I'm Saki, and I'm with my FIO pair today. We thought we'd like to share with you all our experience of what it's like to hire a FIO pair and how it's like to be a FIO pair. So just to explain a bit about us, Amadine came to our house in Japan in June.
Yeah.
And so it's been about
5 months.
5 months. And yeah, for us, we started the process of finding the FIO pair maybe 4 months, and we interviewed a few candidates. For me, what I thought was great with Amadine was that she seemed very responsible, and she told me she liked kids and she liked to cook. So for us, prior to finding a FIO pair, what I found very important was to know ahead what it is that we were clearly looking for. So that made it very easy for us to find a very good candidate. And so far, we're very, very happy with Amedy. Why did we decide to choose a FIO pair? So it's the first time to hire a FIO pair. But I really can say this was one of the best decisions we made because for us, we're a bi-national couple, meaning I'm Japanese, my husband is French. We're living in Japan, but I also want to raise my kids to speak French. And so I needed a FIO pair, not just to help me with the kids, because I work full time, but also to speak in French to the kids all the time. And so far, it's been great. Especially my older son is starting to speak more and more in French. So this is so I really think that was it's really fulfilled the purpose we wanted, and it's working very well. Clearly. Also, for me, we have the choice of using a babysitter, but a lot of the times I just need somebody to help me for just a few hours a day, not necessarily somebody that's going to be available morning to late at night for the whole day. And also, in case there's an emergency and the kids need to be picked up at the school, it's nice to have a FIO pair because I know that there's somebody else I can rely on. If not, it's always me. I'd have to leave from work to pick up the kids. And so that has been really, really great.
So for me, I chose the AuPair experience because it has so many advantages. So I can live in the country that I've always wanted to live in while taking care of children and also being very integrated and immersed into the culture. So that's also a very good point. And the hours are so flexible that I get to take care of the kids in the morning, drive them to school, and then after I have a lot of free time to just visit and discover a lot of things. So that's just both of the best things.
Yeah, and I think another thing that's really good in your case is that you really knew that you wanted to do something in Japan, like see the sights, learn Japanese. It wasn't just that you wanted a year off and go abroad. And it could have been any country. It wasn't like that. It's like you had a clear purpose other than just uh, staying at the house and taking care of the kids. And I think that could also be a key to having a FIO pair that would be happy staying at the house.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, maybe, so when you first came, how was the first at the beginning?
So at first, when I first met Saki and her family, it was all great. It was very nice finally seeing the kids in real life because during the interviews we did like video calls with the kids, but that's not the same as like meeting in real life. And I remember like they had a board with my name on it saying "Welcome, Amandine." That was very funny. And yeah, the kids were basically very nice, quite a bit shy at first, which is completely normal and understandable. But like the more and more I spent time with them, and the more like they opened to me. So that's something that I really liked.
Yeah. I think at the very beginning, what was challenging is that it was hard for the kids to understand that you were here to help me, and it's not that you were here to take
your place.
Yeah, take them away from me, you know. So it was like Amedine or Mama, you know.
Yeah.
And so but it was probably just the first month where it was quite difficult, no, challenging for that. But then after that, it's better, and like you're really part of the family. You know, when we're on vacation, you're not there. They're always like, "Oh, where is Amedine? What's Amedine doing? We should buy this for Amedine." So yeah, I think maybe for everyone, the first month might be always challenging because you also have to discover like what is it that is expected from you and things. Even if you talk in advance, it changes when you actually come in person.
Yeah. The au pair experience has like a very great impact on both our lives. Like you have to welcome a whole new person with a whole new lifestyle and try to like integrate them to your family, and I have to leave everything to being like integrated. So that's very big changes for the both of us. But you just need like a quick time of adaptation.
Yeah.
And everything just goes better after some time.
Do you think it's important that like we share a language in common? Because I could imagine that you could have like families that don't necessarily like, because your level of English is good.
Yeah.
But I could have found I could have another fille au pair who's French, and her level of English is not as great as yours.
Yeah, but in our case, it doesn't really work because like you speak French as well. But I imagine if like there's a Japanese couple that wants like a French fille au pair, if both parties can communicate in English, it might be hard. So yeah.
Do you think it? Yeah, it
I think having harder? I think having a common language is definitely like something that makes the process easier.
So that would be like an important criteria that you would recommend a fille au pair to consider?
I think because as you said, the first month is very challenging, and sometimes you just need like to share and to discuss everything, even when it's like bad times. You need to share and to share how you feel.
Yeah.
And if you don't have like a common language, whether it's English, French, or another one, I find it particularly very difficult to like use Google Translate, and that could be very frustrating after sometimes.
But how about with the kids? Do you think it's important that you speak a same language with the kids?
I wouldn't say it's as important as the parents because the kids are here to learn, and how can I say, the kids, they don't straight up learn with everything you're saying. You have to like show them to you have to put some kind of image for them to understand and memorize some words. So for example, Saya, she did understand some French but not fluently. So that's my job to like make her like see different words and different actions and to like associate with French. But I wouldn't say it's that important with the kids because that's the main part of the job. Like you are here to teach them and they are here to learn.
Right.
Yeah. Even if it's gonna be difficult at some point, you just have to try again and again. And I think
because in your case, it's like their level of French and your level of Japanese is probably the same. I bet you all seems to communicate fine.
I wouldn't say it's the same because my Japanese, like I remember when I first arrived, when Jin and Saya were at first talking to me in Japanese, it was very hard because I couldn't understand anything. I was like, oh, could you translate me this and this? And then when you were not here, we had to like improvise. And I didn't want it to like get out my phone and just use Google Translate. So I'm like, oh, can you like do maybe gestures or something that can help me understand?
Yeah.
And I think that's a great way of like learning and different. Yeah.
But it takes motivation as well.
Yeah. Being an au pair can be very challenging because sometimes it's gonna be frustrating. The kids, they are still kids, so like they can be tired. They maybe don't want to learn and everything. They want to make the effort. So it's your job as an au pair to just keep going to like make things fun. Even if they, for example, don't want to write in French, you're like, oh, we're gonna draw something. You have to make it fun for them not to be like a burden. Yeah. But yeah, it can be challenging at some point. So that's why, as an au pair, you should never give up. Even as a family, like, don't give up on the first month because it's probably the hardest one. But just keep going, yeah.
I think so. In the first month, when it's challenging, what's really important is that you communicate with each other what the concerns are and how it's going, even the good and the bad, like even the bad things, right?
Yeah. Like tips like don't rush anything, take your time because it's such a great change that even if you need like 5 interviews, you should do as much until you feel comfortable because like you have to welcome someone and someone has to leave everything, and if you have not communicated enough, like it's gonna be like a disaster for both parties.
So you think like prior to even deciding, like it's good that you communicate often with the family?
Yeah, but that's also what we did. Like you kept sending me pictures of the kids, sharing me everything, and I think that's a nice thing. And even if you're not sure, like you have a lot of questions, just ask if we can do another interview because rushing things is definitely not a good idea. Yeah. And at the end, some question you may have and you just kept inside yourself. Once you arrive and you're like, oh yeah, that's not what I was expecting at all. So yeah, I think you should not be rushing. You should just take your time. I think that's something very important.
Very good advice.